Welcome back to the Game Smash podcast, and as always, I'm your host, William Liberty, and with me is...
Fawaz Muhammad Yusuf.
And today we got tons of stuff. We got Fallout 4, we got Bloodborne patch update, we got Battleborn delayed, we got Street Fighter V mine to find DLC characters, we got Blizzcon, new Hearthstone adventure, StarCraft 2 covert ops, Overwatch getting animated shorts, and Warcraft Legion trailer, and the Warcraft movie trailer. So let's talk about what we played this week. We both played the same thing. We both played Fallout 4.
Yeah, let's just get it out of the way.
Yeah. I had a couple of cool things to say about it. The first thing is like that crafting system. Oh dear merciful God, it's insane. Because it's like, because here's the thing, and I totally agree with people, is that before, you know, there are things in Fallout where it's like, oh, this is junk. Like, it's actual junk. It has no use. But now everything has a use.
Yeah.
Oh, and I can't throw anything away.
Yeah, you can break stuff down to get resources to craft other stuff, and like all of a sudden, duct tape is one of the most valuable resources in the entire game. I actually haven't really gotten into the crafting yet because I'm like, that's one of those things that's gonna consume my time. So I'm just focusing on learning all the other aspects of the game. How do you find the difficulty though?
It can spike from time to time. I find like sometimes it'll be raiders, ghouls, no problem. I can deal with this. Then I had a situation where I was up till almost 3 o'clock last night trying to finish a quest, and there was this like area that was completely engulfed in super mutants. And I'm like, I could take this, and I get completely wrecked, and I'm like, oh, okay, let me grab my power armor, and I'll see if this works. Grab my power armor, does literally nothing. I get blown up in a matter of seconds, so I'm like, I guess I'm gonna have to come back here later. But yeah, the difficulty I find it spikes a bit. But what about you?
The game is hard. The game is actually really hard. I was very surprised because, you know, I was watching some review of the game, and they were talking about how, they were talking about how the game was hard. And I was like, screw this shit. Are you kidding me? This is Fallout. I own Fallout. What you talking about, man? I don't tell me Fallout is difficult. I got this. And I started playing the game, and I got to this mission where I just kept getting bodied. I had to turn down the difficulty. First of all, I don't know how it gets later in the game. It's probably going to get better later in the game, but I started the game, like, stim packs are very rare. I was playing for like 4 hours, and I had 3 stim packs.
Jeez.
Ammo is very rare. I was scrounging for ammo. So, like, it was so bad that I was actually eating irradiated. You know how in Fallout 3 there was all that irradiated food that you could eat, but you never did? Because you had too many stim packs? I was eating that irradiated food.
Yeah.
And then they changed how radiation poisoning works. Now, you don't just take damage. It actually reduces the size of your life bar. So, yeah, man, the game was really, really difficult. I'm starting to get the hang of things and dying a lot less now. Mm-hmm. But overall, man, I'm enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot more the cutscenes, quote unquote cutscenes, are a lot more cinematic now. You know, when you're talking to people, the camera angles shift and stuff like that.
It's very similar to how BioWare did their cutscenes. I found. Or at least like the full, you know how it would zoom in on their vase, and then it would do like a close up, then it would go out, and then another close up, and then go out, kind of deal.
Yeah. I like it. I also like how what's this thing called? I also like how if you don't talk during a conversation, the person you're talking to will edge you on. They'll be like, you know what, you got your tongue, or come on, say something, what's the matter with you? It makes the conversations feel less robotic. Because, I mean, when you compare this to Oblivion.
Oh, God.
Where everyone looked like they were trying to murder you when you were having conversations with them, you can see just a huge jump. So, you know, credit to them for all of that. Overall, man, it started off a little slow, but but things have started picking up. I'm focusing on the main campaign first because, like with Fallout 3, I think with my first character, I didn't even touch the main campaign. So I wanna actually do the main because I heard the story is really good and I'm really intrigued to see where the story is going to go. At the moment, it's just your basic chase.
Yeah,
Not to give too much.
but still, it's a pretty good chase, and so far, and I like the characters I'm in finding. The one thing that I feel that the couple things that I was a little bit not impressed with, well, not really with the story, but I feel like this game doesn't really clearly explain certain things.
Yeah.
And like one thing, for example, I had to look it up is the settlement system is very intense, like how you keep your settlements and with people you can recruit people, get them to work on food and stuff like that. But the thing that drove me nuts is that I was planting all these different plants trying to get my food up and nothing was happening, and I was like, well, what's going on? This town has like 20 different food supplies. Why isn't it the food going up? And I didn't realize I had to actually assign a settler to take care of the food, or else the food wouldn't actually activate. And the game didn't really tell me that. I had to look that up online. And the other thing that kind of confused me is how there's different types of armor. There's like specific like full set armors where like it covers the entire body.
Yeah.
And then there's like piece by piece armor.
Yeah.
And that is a bit intense. Because you have to you have to kind of go, okay, this is something that I can wear underneath my chest armor and my gauntlets and my knee pads and whatnot. And but I will say this, I like it because it makes bringing stuff like clothing viable, because in all the other Fallout games, when you brought clothing, like, oh, this clothing gives me charisma, or this, suit and tie gives me this, it's like you would get bodied because like it has no armor. So there would be very little point to wear it unless you wanted to look kind of cool. And it seems like what they're trying to do is that they're trying, okay, you can still wear this, but you can also add stuff to it now so that you have a little bit of armor, which I like. I like it a lot.
Yeah, same here. I also like how they made power armor its own thing, because I mean, in the old game, once you got power armor, that was it. There was no point wearing any other armor. Well, there was no point wearing most of the other armors, right? Because power armor was just better. But now that power armor, it requires fuel, and it's its own thing. It's not a situation where, oh my god, I've unlocked power armor. Well, say goodbye to all this other stuff. It's that I can still wear all this other stuff and then call on my power armor when shit gets real. I like the idea behind it. It'll still take some time to see if the application, if it's applied well, but I do like the idea behind it.
It's pretty good because I like it because this is the first time I felt like I was in power armor. Like, it doesn't, like in Fallout 3 and New Vegas, it just feels like just a regular armor that just looks cooler.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't feel like you're walking around this giant mech suit kind of thing. And I love the way, like, your walk animation, just you kind of trudge around because of just the weight of everything.
Yeah.
And I think it's just really, really cool. But yeah, Fallout 4, lots of fun. I will probably be playing it as soon as I'm done the podcast. So there we go. So let's get into some news. Bloodborne. Bloodborne actually got a patch update that added a bunch of features before the DLC.
I don't know if the patch is out yet. I don't think the patch is out.
Or is it coming out soon?
It's coming out.
Okay, yeah, probably soon. But what they've said in this patch is that it's going to add a new sort of guild called the League. For you to join, and it basically focuses on assisting players online or in your own world. And it's actually really similar to a Covenant in Dark Souls 2, which worries me a bit. I am hoping that they will implement it better, because Dark Souls 2 had a similar kind of Covenant where it's like it was the Knights of the Blue, in which you would join it and you would help players that were getting invaded by people.
Okay.
But the problem is that for whatever reason, Dark Souls 2 in particular, there was very little reason to invade people. Like, people just didn't do it. Like, in Dark Souls 1, people were invading like crazy, but in Dark Souls 2, for whatever reason, people just didn't want to invade anymore. So what ended up happening is that the Knights of the Blue just stood around and did nothing because people weren't getting invaded. So I'm hoping that this makes this guild is better than that. But
well, I mean, reading the description, they said that it's going to allow you to help players online. It didn't say anything about invasions, just in general, helping them with difficult sections of the game and stuff like that. And it'll give you access to a new weapon, the hunter's cane or some shit like that. And you yeah. Okay, so let me just read it. By aligning yourself to the league, led by a mysterious figure in a constable garb and bucket helmet, who looks a lot like a certain character from Dark Souls, you can assist other players online in the game and compete in the league's online ranking leaderboard. In addition to the league, players will be able to use the league cane and summon co-op NPCs within the game, perfect for tackling challenging areas and bosses, like that goddamn Bloodstarved Beast. Yeah, and then there's nothing. They didn't say anything about stopping invasions. So I definitely think it's just a co-op thing. You just can help people. Thing. Yeah, but I'm like, can't you already do that?
You can, but I'm assuming that there might be stylistic reasons, like maybe there might be different things that you get access to by helping people while in this guild. So maybe if you join someone's world and you help them, you might get like a dredge or something like that. Similar, there was a covenant in Bloodborne in which Vile Blood, or something like that. It could be that. Obviously, there's not. We don't know too much because obviously we haven't seen this in action yet. But to be fair though, if this is coming as a patch update before the DLC, then that's pretty damn cool because it means like technically this is free content.
Yeah, it's completely free.
Yeah. So awesome, because I'm surprised that we got that. Because usually when Bloodborne updates something, they usually just add like tweaks to like stats and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like they had to tweak the one of the cannon, because I remember the cannon was like a three shot weapon, and that was ridiculous because you could just kill people before they got to do anything. But yeah, so pretty cool.
One last thing, they also mentioned, but at TGS, that they were going to release a patch that would make some tweaks to Chalice Dungeons.
Yeah.
Now, they made no mention of Chalice Dungeons during in the blog post referring to this patch. So I don't know if this is if it's going to be included in this patch, if they're still doing it, or if it's going to be included in like a patch later after they've released the old Hunters DLC. But they could, like, this wasn't speculation. They couldn't do it. They said flat out that they were planning on doing a patch to make some tweaks. They didn't specify what kind of tweaks, but some tweaks to Challenge Dungeons. And they were like, it's going to be free, so it's not going to be part of the old Hunters DLC. And so, keep your eye out for that.
Yeah. Just cool. Good job, Bloodborne. Just keep it up. Keep up the updates. And now some more wonderful news. Battleborn gets delayed to around May. All right. That's 2 down. We got 2 games out of February. Let's see if we can get them all out.
Yeah, all of a sudden. That's two of the games I was actually looking forward to in February, getting delayed. So yeah, all of a sudden my February is not looking as crazy anymore. This is actually really very disappointing because I played the shit out of the technical test and I really enjoyed it. Like, I really enjoyed it, and I was really looking forward to this game. It also it was going to come out on my birthday too. So that would have made that would have made perfect sense. Could have tricked someone into buying it for me or some shit. But yeah, now it's gotten pushed to May. So here's the thing, Tanner.
Yeah.
We're going to get into this a little more later in the podcast. When Battleborn first got announced, people were like, oh, it's going to get murdered by Overwatch, because Overwatch is more popular and it's Blizzard and, and all that shit. I was like, the two things that Battleborn had going for it was that it was coming to consoles and it was coming out before Overwatch, right?
Right.
Yeah. Neither of those exist anymore. So,
yeah, I didn't think of that. Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah, because Overwatch doesn't have a release date yet, but it's coming out on or before the 21st of June. So, it could come out in May because Battleborn's coming out in May. I can't remember, May 26th.
Yeah, May 3rd. May 3rd.
Oh, May 3rd. Thank you. Battleborn's coming out in May, so I mean, Overwatch could still come out Overwatch could still come out significantly before Overwatch. But yeah, now Overwatch is coming to consoles, and you actually have some people that are gonna have to choose, right? Mm-hmm. Especially since they're coming out within similar windows, and video games are so goddamn expensive in Canada. Yeah, but with all that said, I'm probably still gonna buy Battleborn. Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed the closed technical test. It's got a story mode, so on those days where my shot just isn't falling online, I can just play I can just play versus computer to make myself feel better. Right. And it's got a lot of stuff. It's got a lot of stuff that Overwatch doesn't. That excites me about the game. So I really like the Helix system. Yeah. I mean, to play devil's advocate, I've played this and I haven't played Overwatch yet. So that's also why I'm more excited for this than Overwatch now. But it's really unfortunate. But hey, that's how it goes.
That. But I mean, like, it'll be interesting to see when we do get a confirmed release date for Overwatch. But next on our list, Street Fighter V. What got mine, the PC version, to find DLC characters. So these are pretty much confirmed. But
yeah. Okay. So this is how it went. They found some audio files, right?
Yes.
Of the announcer saying all the characters that have been announced names. Ryu, Ken. It says all their names, and then it says 6 other names: Guile, Balrog, Ibuki, Alex, Urien, and I think the last name was Fan or something like that. So
it was Alex, Urien, Guile, Ibuki, Balrog, and Yuri.
Yuri, thank you. I knew I forgot somebody. Good catch there.
That's what I'm here for.
Yuri. Yeah, so Gal, Balrog, Ibuki, Alex, Urien, Yuri, and then there's also the last character who hasn't been revealed yet. Okay. So this all but confirms because first of all, because here's the thing, right? First of all, they were like, we're gonna have 6 DLC characters, and then the audio file lists 6 characters that aren't currently coming to the game. Then and this is the really crazy part. When they released the silhouettes at the Paris Game Show, people looked at the silhouettes and the characters that they guessed were Guile, Balrog, Ibuki, Alex, Urien, and Yuri.
So yeah.
So yeah, at this point, I will be very surprised if those are not the 6 characters. Now, I mean, in terms of my my opinions of the list, I'm kind of disappointed that there's no Akuma.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I was really hoping for Akuma to make it into the game. I mean, he's probably going to make it eventually, but I'm looking at 2017 at the earliest, so that's kind of disappointing. But I got Alex, I got Urien, I got Karen, I got Aramika, so I can't really complain. I got a lot of characters that I wanted to be in the game, made it into the game. I got Jury. I'm really excited to see Jury come back. And then some of the characters that I'm not so excited about, like Ibuki, Balrog, and Guile, they're probably not going to be like their Street Fighter 4 versions. Because I mean, like Ken and Vega got announced, and I rolled my eyes, and then I actually looked up walkthroughs of the characters, and they look interesting. So I'm guessing something similar is probably going to happen with at least one of those 3. So overall, yeah, pretty cool looking, nice mix of DLC characters. I was kind of hoping there would be some new characters mixed in,
like someone we hadn't even heard about.
Yes, like Rashid, there we go, like Rashid, brand new characters mixed in. But I guess for the first 6, they want to go with established characters, see how things go before they start experimenting with new characters and stuff. Right. But yeah, overall, it kind of sucks having the surprise for Capcom anyway. It kind of sucks having the surprise spoiled. Yeah. But since I'm pretty happy with the 6 characters that are coming, this isn't that disappointing. If it had leaked and it was 6 really shitty characters that I didn't want, then it would have been worse. Really disappointing.
Really, really bad. Yeah.
Because I'm just like, okay, so this whole year is going to go by and not a single DLC character is going to be released that I care about. But I'm actually excited. I hope Alex and Urien come out early. I hope they don't wait until...
Yeah, I want Yuri in the game right away.
You're a fan of Urien?
Sorry, not Urien. I mean Jury.
Oh, jury. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
No,
Oh, yeah,
Urian.
jury.
No, Urian's fine. Nothing against the banana hammock. It's just. Yeah, somebody was pointing out that it would be really cool if his costume is just a suit, and then when he pulls his V trigger, he just bursts out of the suit. Oh, that would be so good.
I actually his third strike costume was it was interesting, but I actually liked the design. No homo.
Fair enough.
But and you know what? I'm just gonna let's just move on to the next point before this starts getting awkward. So Blizzcon happened this weekend,
Hey.
and they announced a bunch of stuff for all their games. A new Hearthstone adventure was announced called the League of Explorers.
Yep.
The first week is coming out on Thursday. So yeah, no ain't wasting time on that one.
Yeah. Geez.
No wing is going to be free this time, and there's going to be no pre-order card pack.
Yeah.
They're introducing a new mechanic called the Discover, where a card will be like, when it dies, discover a spell, and what will happen is three randomly generated spells will pop up on your screen, and you'll pick one of the three. So
it's very similar mechanic to that hunter card tracking. Yeah.
Yes, very good comparison. It's very similar to tracking, except instead of picking the three cards from your deck, you're picking the three cards from
a selection.
Nowhere.
Yeah, like it's just a selection.
I looked through all the new cards. I think there's 45 cards that are going to be added. Three cards for each class. I looked through the cards and they look very mediocre. I can't lie. The legendaries actually look like shit. I think this is going to be the first expansion where none of the legendaries make it into the rotation. They all look very bad.
Yeah, so like even the one that they showed off in the trailer where it's like, all right, first off, you play her, and then she puts a random card into your deck, and then you're supposed to hope that you get this random card into your deck, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it's like that
one
artifact.
When you draw that card, you gotta play it, and then it shuffles another random card into your deck, which when you draw that card, it turns all the cards in your deck into legendaries. And I'm like, that's a lot of work for a very mediocre payoff. For all that work, you better be giving me Exodia, I better be winning the goddamn game. A lot of them are just bad. I mean, there is one legendary, he's like a 9 mana, 7, 8 or something like that. And he's like, discover 3 artifacts. And the artifacts are pretty cool. There's one that gives a minion +10/+10. There's one that does 10 damage, randomly split across all the enemies. Right. And there's one that fills your board with 3/3 mummies. So it's solid artifacts, but the artifacts cost 10 mana and he costs 9 mana. So you're looking at a 19 cost card right there. Overall, it's a very mediocre set, and
it's a shame because I like the game mode. I like the game mode that you get them out of. Like the sort of like they showed off. All right, you have to go through a temple. And if you have to pick. Okay, you're jumping over a pitfall trap. Would you rather like discard a card or take 2 damage or something like that? Or and then monsters keep on spawning in a weird. It's kind of like a horde mode in a weird way. And I really really like that. I think it's a really really kind of cool aspect of the game. But it's like I said. It's like I just wish the cards were a little bit better. So I think we should talk about the thing that you were probably surprised about. StarCraft 2 Covert Ops. Considering that we were talking about ghosts last...
so close. Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, it's not StarCraft Ghosts, okay? So I was wrong, because it's an RT. It's still an RTS. It's an RTS expansion for StarCraft 2, where you control Nova, who is a ghost. But when I saw that headline, I was like, no! Was I actually right? But we don't really know a whole lot about it. It's just some random RTS missions where you control Nova, and the first batch are going to be released next year. The impression I get, since it doesn't strike me as a full blown expansion like Heart of the Swarm, is that these are going to be free, but you never know.
You never know. It might be like a cheapie. Kind of like maybe like $5, $10 kind of thing. It depends. I don't know. It's kind of cool. I just saw that. I was just like, oh shit. Oh god. And then next on our list, bunch of Overwatch news. Let's start with the new characters. So they announced 3 new characters. We got Mei, who's sort of like a freeze gun kind of support CC character.
This is Freeze, pretty much.
Yeah, Freeze. Yeah, Mrs. Freeze. And we got Diva, who is runs around in a giant pink mech. Can't go wrong with that. And then we got Genji, who is apparently the brother of that other guy, and he looks pretty damn badass.
Yeah. So, what are your impressions of the 3 characters?
Well, I like all of them pretty much the same. Mei, I think, is really interesting. I think the most interesting thing about her is that freaking ice wall.
That ice wall looks so cool.
It's so cool, and there's probably so many different applications. That's the one thing that I really like about Overwatch that I'm not seeing a whole lot in Battleborn, is that this sort of, I don't know the word, asymmetrical kind of stuff, where it's like it's clear that the maps aren't just like flat. It's there's like different levels.
Yeah.
And moving from one level to the next is very, very important. So I feel like I really like that. I feel like that fits perfect. And I don't know what to think about her ultimate, because it just seems like it just slows people down. It might be useful, but I just think her ice wall is the coolest ability.
It's probably going to be a crazy ultimate to combo with other heroes.
Yes.
Because there is one character. Oh god, I can't remember her name. The tank girl. The one with the pink hair. The Russian.
Oh, Zyra.
Zarya. Her ultimate is like a black hole. She fires it and it sucks people in. It does minuscule damage to them, but they can't move away. So I was watching some streams, and what people would do is that Zarya would fire off her ultimate, suck all the people together, and then Tracer. There we go. Tracer would run in, drop her ultimate, which is a bomb, and then like get like 5 kills.
Yeah, no, that's
at once. So I think Mei's ultimate is going to be a pretty cool combo ultimate, because it slows people down. It doesn't start. It does like minor damage to them, but then you drop the ultimate, you slow them down, and then you have like McCree come out and do his ultimate, and they can't run away because they're frozen, and then he just like picks them all up. Overall, the funny thing about it is that Mei, like I like her design, like her character design the least of the 3. But in terms of her toolkit, I like her the most. Yeah. Because she also has an ability, Ice Block, where she freezes up, and she can't take any damage, and she heals up. So yeah, her toolkit looks really cool. Diva is really interesting, though, because she's a tank. She's in this giant mech. Her abilities are, she got her Gatling gun, and she's got this shield that she pulls off that completely blocks all damage. Like, she can block ultimates and stuff with that. And then her ultimate is that she ejects out of the mech, and the mech self-destructs.
Right.
So, like, in general, I don't envision you getting a lot of kills with that, because people just see the mech and they run, right? But then you combo that with, like, Mei's ultimate all of a sudden, and you're looking at a lot of kills. But also, it's just really good for controlling space, because say you're trying to capture a spot, you just go in there, you drop the mech, and you leave. Your teammates, I don't know if the explosion can kill your teammates. I doubt it. So then your teammates can go in and capture the spot, because the enemies are gonna run the hell up out of there, because the explosion radius of that thing is huge. Then when she's outside of her mech, she uses a pistol. She's really bad outside of her mech.
That was actually something I wanted to point out with her, is that it's interesting because her mech is all armor. It's not health. So there's not really a good way to heal it. So how it kind of works is that you have a bunch of armor, but if you're getting shot by the entire team, your mech's going to go down really damn quickly. And then once you shoot out of your mech, you're basically screwed until you call in another one using your ultimate. Yeah. So it's interesting, because I'm finding that because I saw a game where there are 5 people who decide to be idiots and decide to go 5 divas, right? And they all jumped in and started shooting like crazy, but the other team actually had like snipers and people with like crowd control and whatnot. And once all the mechs blew up, they were just standing there with like pistols and got completely annihilated. So I could see some people like using her. I see some people using her badly, though. I feel like she might be a hero that might lend herself to like, oh, I could totally do this, and then whoops, free kill. So
she has a higher skill. She looks like she has a higher skill ceiling than a tank like Reinhardt, for example.
Yeah, like Reinhardt, or even like someone who's
Winston.
Winston, or even Bastion, who just turns into a turret. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. So yeah, her playstyle isn't as straight because like Reinhardt just puts up his shield and good shit. Her playstyle isn't as straightforward. So on top of announcing those three characters, they also announced that hey, big surprise, Overwatch is coming to consoles. Wood.
Yeah.
On or before the 21st of June, it's gonna be called the Overwatch Origins Edition. So it's going to be a $60 purchase. You get all 21 heroes, 3 modes, and 5 skins, and that's really it.
Yeah.
So I don't know about you, Tanner, but in terms of the pricing of this, I was kind of disappointed, to be honest. Because okay, there's 2 games that I compare Overwatch to a lot: Battleborn and Team Fortress, right?
Yeah.
So Battleborn is launching with 25 characters, a story mode, 3 multiplayer modes, unlockable skins, and like a loot system. This is launching with 21 characters, 3 modes, and 5 skins, right?
Yeah.
Team Fortress 2 launched with Half-Life 2, Portal, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, and Team Fortress 2 for $60, right?
Yeah.
When Valve finally released Team Fortress 2 as like a solo purchase, now I'm assuming here because I don't know the actual price, but I'm assuming it wasn't a full price.
No, it was like $20.
Yeah. So like this for $60, it seems like way too much.
And the worst part about it is that the PC version has the cheaper version. You can get it for $40 on the PC, and you can't get a regular version for the PS4 or the Xbox One. So you're kind of forced to pay the $60 for this game. And I was kind of like, the fact that it's like the $40 version isn't even an option kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Like,
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because what comes to the $60 version is stuff I don't give 3 shits about. 5 unlockable costumes. Seriously, if you're gonna charge me an extra $20, at least give me 21 costumes, not 5, right? And then it's a bunch of digital shit for like all the other games, which is cool. But like I don't play. The only other game I play is Hearthstone. And I barely play that. So like the Diablo stuff, the Heroes of the Storm stuff, I'm never going to use any of that, right? So it doesn't really. It doesn't. I mean, this sad part is I'm probably still going to buy this game. But I wasn't impressed with the pricing structure. Now, I mean, I wasn't in the camp that thought this should be a $40 game, right? Like, don't get it twisted. Sorry, this should be a free-to-play game. I wasn't in that camp. I like the fact that they're charging us up front for everything, and then that's the end of that. The issue I have is that there isn't a whole lot that they're giving us for our $60. You know, there's no story mode. They're releasing these really cool animated shorts that there is a trailer for them, and we're gonna get to that on the next segment. But like other than that, there's no story mode. There's only 3 modes. Now, granted, this is Blizzard. Like, I give Blizzard credit. They always give people value for their money, right?
Yeah.
So there's probably going to be like free updates down the line.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like I don't know for sure, so I'm taking a leap of faith here, and it will suck if I am wrong, because like if they come out and they're like that's all you're getting, everything else that comes out you're gonna have to pay extra for it. I don't think like that's bullshit. That's a straight up ripoff in my humble opinion. So yeah, that was kind of disappointing. But overall, yay, Overwatch coming to consoles, 21 heroes at launch. Very nice cast, very nice, diverse looking cast of characters, and I'm definitely excited.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I kind of wish it was just a little bit cheaper, or at least give us at least make the $40 version available. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we still got some time to go before launch. So
we'll
maybe they'll pull through.
Maybe they'll pull through. We'll see.
Yeah.
And I guess you wanted to talk about the animated shorts? Or...
Yes. I'll just touch on those really quickly. So Activision and Blizzard announced that they're gonna have a studio to create film and TV content. Now, I've made no secret that I absolutely love Blizzard's cinematics.
Yes, they're awesome.
Their stories are, in my humble opinion, the best in video games. I genuinely believe Blizzard have the best stories in video games right now, at least with StarCraft and Warcraft.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
So to hear that they're going to be working on anime, on like TV shows and movies and all that stuff is really exciting. Now, to whet our appetite, they're going to be releasing some animated shorts for Overwatch, which harken back to the Meet the Team shorts for Team Fortress 2, although these appear to be a little more story-driven and significantly more serious.
Yeah.
Than the Team Fortress 2 shorts. But yeah, I watched the trailer for it. It shows some storyboarding and some test animation. It looks really good. The voice acting seems on point, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with this. I mean, it doesn't make up for the lack of a story mode in Overwatch, but it's a pretty cool idea nonetheless.
It sounds very similar to what League of Legends does from time to time, is that they'll also release kind of like these sort of like mini shorts for like champions and whatnot.
Okay.
Like there was a champion like who's like he's called like the Sad Mummy, and they released a like cool little short talking about his backstory, and it was just like a nice little video, and it's just, it doesn't really add a lot to the gameplay or anything like that, but it's a neat little like thing to have. And I love watching these kind of animated shorts because they always come out awesome. And especially since the Overwatch animated trailer that they did all those years back was awesome, and I love that one.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see more down the road. So then we want to go into some Warcraft trailers.
Yeah. So they released the Legion trailer, and they released the actual trailer for the Warcraft movie. So why don't you take first swing at this?
Well, okay, the Legion trailer I thought was, cinematic goodness from Blizzard. Can't go wrong with that. And like I don't have much to say about it because it's World of Warcraft. It's like I know what it is. I know what it's going to be. Whatever. I mean, good trailer though. I thought it was executed well. The Warcraft movie trailer I found was interesting because I was kind of surprised. It looks pretty solid. Because I was worried. I was worried for a while, like, oh, it's gonna suck. But it seems like there's enough lore, and obviously there's enough lore, but it seems like they have enough. They seem like they have enough material to make a good movie out of it. And I like how it's it's a classic story of how like there's this one orc. I don't know the lore, so if I sound stupid, I apologize. There's like the one orc who's like, we gotta join with the humans or else we're all gonna die, and it's like people coming together. That seems like it seems like a good round concept to make a movie around.
Okay, so let me just quickly delve into the lore. I'm gonna put on my nerd glasses real quick. Put on the pocket protector. Let me just give you some quick Warcraft lore. So the basic lore of Warcraft, right? It started off as your generic humans versus orcs, right? The orcs were the bad guys, and then the humans were the good guys. But where in Warcraft, where they really got me was when they started humanizing the orcs, right? So what happened is that the orcs planet is dying. I think they elaborate that in the trailer. And then the orcs are betrayed by this one orc called Gul'dan, the warlock in Hearthstone. Yeah. So Gul'dan betrays the orcs, and he tricks them into making a pact with the demons. So that's why in the first Warcraft, the orcs came, and they were these vicious animals, right? Because in reality, the orcs are very peaceful. I mean, they have a very violent culture, but they're not bad guys, right?
Yeah.
And I love the fact that it looks like this movie is touching on that. Now, the one orc who looks like he's, who looks like he has some sense about him is actually Thrall's father.
Ah, okay.
Thrall, the shaman from Hearthstone, right? And I think there's actually a moment in the trailer, I might be wrong, but there's a moment in the trailer where I see where they're like shipping a little baby off in a river, and I'm gonna go on a limb and say that that's probably Thrall, because what happened? Okay, you know what? Let me not get into it because I'm about to get into like serious spoilers here, so I'll just cut myself off there. But like, I watched the trailer, and the one thing I was worried about was that it was going to be your generic orcs versus humans. It was going to be Lord of the Rings. Right? Like, I love Lord of the Rings, right? I absolutely love those movies.
But not for here. Not for here. I did not want, because like I said, one of the reasons why I love Warcraft is that the villains
it wasn't black and white. It wasn't like, the orcs are just naturally inherently evil. The orcs were not evil. They made a mistake. They made a pact with the demon. Okay, now that the demons are inherently evil, right?
Yeah. Well, they're demons. I'd be surprised if they weren't.
But yeah, the orcs weren't inherently evil, right? Because like one thing, because you have that analogy with race, right? When people talk about, it's always the humans, and then the humans are always like just primarily a bunch of blonde, white, blue-eyed people versus the orcs, who are all like these ugly people who are just inherently bad, right? But then Warcraft challenged that, right? It turned Thrall into a hero. Doomhammer was a hero as well. You had Cain Bloodhoof, all these people who would normally be villains in other lore were heroes in this, right? So I was worried that the director was going to turn into orcs versus humans. But watching the trailer, it looks like there's actually going to be like the orcs are gonna there's gonna be substance to the orcs. So in summary, I am excited for this movie.
Yeah, I'm
actually excited. Yeah.
I am super surprised. It seems like they're putting the money into it. I mean, when I was watching the trailers, some of the effects looked a little bit better than others, but overall, I still thought it looked pretty damn good for a video game movie.
Yeah. You see, that's the thing. I was watching and I completely forgot. I was looking at it thinking, wow, this looks good for a video game movie. I was like, wow, this looks good.
Yeah. And that's always a really good thing to have.
Yeah. And then I just to touch on the Legion trailer real quick. I actually didn't like it that much.
Really?
Okay, now let me just explain.
Okay.
The trailer for the Burning Legion and the trailer for the Wrath of the Lich King sets the bar so high for me.
Yeah.
And I've just been like, Blizzard just have not been able to reach that level. Like Cataclysm was okay, but it wasn't crazy. Mist of Pandaria was shit. Warlords of Draenor was and then Legion was also for me, right? Because like Wrath of the Lich King and the Burning Crusade, those cinematics, like I still rewatch them to this day. They were just so really well played out, right? Like the Burning Crusade had that iconic line at the end. When Illidan, he's holding Gul'dan's skull, and then he just flies up, brings out the blades, and he's like, "You are not prepared. I lost it." And then the Wrath of the Lich King trailer, where it's so tragic because it's Arthas's, the voiceover is Arthas's father. He's talking about all the good stuff that Arthas is going to do, and it's overlaid with Arthas doing a bunch of evil crap.
Yeah.
Right? So it was really tragic and beautiful, and yeah, those two trailers, I've been waiting for them to beat it, and they just haven't. So the Legion trailer was just for me. It was cool seeing Sylvanas and Varian and all this stuff, but overall, but good stuff, man. Really good stuff from Blizzard.
BlizzCon was pretty damn awesome.
Yeah,
I'd probably have to say. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to wrap things up here. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you leave a comment in the comment section, we'll make sure to answer it in the next podcast.
Actually,
and is it J Streets?
Hey! I almost forgot, and he would have killed me. The issue is that I haven't even read his question yet. So
we're gonna do this live. All right, let's.
We're doing this live.
Do it live. Do it live.
We'll do it live. 1 second.
1 second. I'm gonna get there faster than you. Watch me. I'm prepared.
Okay. Time for my one question of the day. So that our Fallout 4 is out, and I think it's safe to say all the big games of 2015 are out. So I have an interesting question for you guys. So with all the ups and downs, delays, and surprises for us gamers this year, you can send a message in the bottle to your 2014 self about the state of 2015 games and the gaming industry. What would that note say? For me, it would say, hang in there, buddy. It gets better.
Yeah.
Because so far 2015 started off really, really slow. But in general, in comparison to 2015 has been significantly better. I mean, yes. Bloodborne was absolutely amazing. I didn't play it when it came out in May. But better late than never, they always say. It has been amazing. Bloodborne's been amazing. Fallout 4 has been pretty good so far. Call of Duty Black Ops 3, I mean, at the end of the day, it's more Call of Duty. But from what I hear is that it's a really it's not Call of Duty Ghost. It's polished, it's solid, and if someone gave it to me for free, I would not punch them in the face. Let me just put it that way, right? Battlefront isn't out yet. I'm still on the fence about that, but overall, yeah, it gets better, and early next year is looking really good. Now, with that said, there's still the possibility for delays, but part of the things I was worried about in 2014 was that there was just nothing to even look forward to. I had absolutely nothing I was looking forward to, and that has changed.
Yes.
So far with 2015. So yeah, if I had to write one note to my 2014 self, it would be, hang in there, buddy. It gets better, and yeah.
Yeah, I'd pretty much agree with the same thing. Like, yeah, like, don't worry, man. Even though you're not playing that many games at the moment, it's gonna get better. Fallout 4 is gonna come out, all that good stuff. But yeah, no, I agree with that completely. Pretty much the same thing. But yeah, I think with that, we're going to have to wrap things up. So we'll see you guys in the next podcast.